Welcome to Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. As a part of complex variable and partial differential equation, today we'll learn Charpit method. In this video lecture, we will see the formula for Charpit method and examples based on Charpit method. This method is the general method of finding the solution of non-linear partial differential equation. So first, let us see the formula for Charpit method and then we'll move towards the examples. The formula of Charpit method is dp upon fx plus pfz is equal to dq upon fy plus qfz is equal to dz upon minus pfp minus qfq is equal to dx upon minus fp is equal to dy upon minus fq. We can also consider df upon 0. Let us name this as equation A, and this equation A is called Charpit's auxiliary equations. Now here I have written some note that from equation A we need to select the simple integral which we can find the value. Okay, now let us move towards the example. Our given question is q equal to 3p square. Now we will name this as a function of x, y, z, pq. We will move one term towards the other side. So we can rewrite this equation as 3p square minus q equal to 0. Name it as equation 1. First we'll find all the derivatives. So fx is differentiating with respect to x, equation 1. So it will be 0. Next is f of y. There are no terms of y. So fy will be equal to 0. Similarly, there is no term of z. So fz equal to 0. Fp will be equal to, we'll differentiate equation 1 with respect to b, we get 6p, and on differentiating equation 1 with respect to q, we get minus 1. Now we have written here the auxiliary equation as written above, that is equation A I am writing here. In the next step, I will substitute all the values in equation, auxiliary equation. See, now here fx and fz are 0. So dp upon 0 we can write. Here fy and fz both are 0. So dq upon 0. In the next term, fp is equal to 6p. So 6p into minus p, I get minus 6p square, and fq equal to minus 1. So here I will get plus q. Similarly, I will put here the value of fp, that is 6p. So here I get dx upon minus 6p, and fq is minus 1. So dy upon minus minus, it will get plus 1. So here I will get plus 1. I name this as equation 2. Now from equation 2, I need to select the simple fraction which will be easy for me to integrate it. Okay, so I can either take dp or dq. That will be easier for me to simplify. What I have to do is, I have to find either the value of p and q, and the whole equation I need to convert in the terms of a, b and some constant. In short, I need to remove the term p and q from the function to get the solution. So here the simplest term I can take dp. Okay, I am taking the first fraction. You can also take dq. That will be also easier for us to integrate. Okay, so I am taking here dp. So dp upon 0, we have already learned in Lagrange that when the denominator part is 0, so we can write as dp equal to 0. Now I integrate this with respect to p. So integration of dp will be p, and the other side I am taking some constant a. Now I will put this p equal to a in the given equation. So my equation was 3p square minus q equal to 0. So in place of p, I am putting here a. So I get 3a square minus q equal to 0. So for q, I will get the value as 3a square. Okay. Now, when after I get the value of p and q, I will put this value in the equation dz equal to p dx plus q dy. So I get dz equal to value of p is a and value of q is 3a square. So I am putting here. Now we can see here that from this equation there are no p and q. Now I can integrate this equation easily. So integration of dz will be z, integration of a will be ax, and for 3a square dy, its integration will be 3a square y, and I am taking some other constant b. So this is my final required solution for the given function using Charpit's method. Here a and b are arbitrary constant. Now let us move to some more example. Okay, see what are the steps? I am repeating once again. First I name it the given equation as a function f of x, y, z, p, q. I will find all the 5 derivatives. I will use Charpit auxiliary equation. I will substitute all the values in Charpit auxiliary equation, and in next step I will choose the simple integral for which integration will be easier for me. I'll find the value of p and q, and then I will put this value of p and q in the equation dz equal to p dx plus q dy, and I will again integrate it to find the final solution. So these are my general steps through which I can solve using Charpit equation. Okay, so these same steps I will apply in this example. Our equation given is px plus qy equal to pq. First I will move towards the one side, all the terms towards the one side. So I get px plus qy minus pq equal to 0. I name it as equation 1, and I will term this equation as f of xyz pq. First I find fx. So fx will be p. Fy, differentiating 1 with respect to y, I will get q. There are no terms of z, so fz will be equal to 0. For fp, see the first term I differentiate with respect to p, I get x over here, and the last term I will get minus q. So x minus q is the differentiating term with respect to p from equation 1. Now again I find fq, differentiating equation 1 with respect to q. First term will be 0, second term will be y, and last term will be minus p. Now I will write auxiliary equation. This is the Charpit auxiliary equation. Okay, now I am substituting all the values. See, now the value of fx will be p, so I have written here p. Fz is 0, so I am writing here 0. Here fy is q, so here I am writing q. Fz is 0. Now again in third term, fp is x minus q, fq is y minus p, and fp again here is x minus q, and fq is y minus p. I have substituted all these values here, and now I will simplify this equation. Now this term will become 0, so first term will be dp upon p. I'll go to second term. This term is 0. So dq upon q will be my third term. The next term, dz term I am keeping as it is. Dx term I am seeing. I will multiply minus inside the bracket. So the denominator will become q minus x. In the same way, for the term dy, last term, I will multiply this minus inside the bracket. So I get p minus y. Now, from this I will choose the simplest term for which I can integrate. Now here no terms are 0. In denominator any term is not 0. So I have to consider any two equations. So the easier term will be first and second term. So I take dp upon p equal to dq upon q. I will integrate this equation. So 1 upon p is log p. Integration of 1 upon q is log q. Both the terms are of logarithm. I am taking some constant log a. Now again we know that by basic rule of logarithm, log a plus log b is equal to log ab. So I get here log p equal to log aq. I will remove logarithm sign both sides. So I get p equal to qa. Now p equal to qa, I will put this value in equation 1, that is in the given question. Okay. So here I have substituted these values here in the given question. From this term I am taking q as common. This q square a I am taking to the other side. So I get here q square a. Both the sides q will get cancelled. So at last I will get here q equal to ax plus y upon a. Now just above we have found that p equal to qa. To find the value of p in terms of axy, I will put this value of q in equation of p equal to qa. So p equal to, here I am putting the value of q and this a will be as it is. A will get cancelled. So p equal to ax plus y is the required term for p. Now as I have got both the values of p and q, I will put these values in the equation dz equal to p dx plus q dy. So p equal to ax plus y and q equal to ax plus y upon a. I will take here LCM. When I am taking LCM, this a will multiply with this term, and after cross multiplying, this a will move towards dz. So here we can see I have written a dz equal to ax plus y dx plus ax plus y dy. I am taking here ax plus y common, and the rest of the terms are a dx plus dy. By the method of inspection, I can write this as d of ax plus y. Okay. Now we can simply integrate this. Integration of a dz is az. Integration of this whole term will become ax plus y whole square by 2 and taking some constant b. So this is the equation which is independent of p and q and which is also a required solution for the given differential equation. Let us take one more example. ZPQ equal to P plus Q. I will do the same procedure here. I am taking this P plus Q to the other side and name it as function f of xyz pq equal to zpq minus p minus q equal to 0 and name it as equation 1. I will find all the 5 derivatives. There are no terms of x and y, so fx and fy will be 0. Now fz, I will just differentiate this one term with respect to z. I get PQ. FP will be ZQ minus 1 and FQ will be ZP minus 1. I am writing below the Charpit's auxiliary equation and I will substitute all these values here. See, I have substituted this value. Fx is 0, so here 0. Fz is PQ, so here I am putting PQ. Fy is 0, Fz is PQ. Here Fp will be ZQ minus 1 and FQ will be ZP minus 1. Same here I am putting the value of Fp and Fq. In the next step, I am simplifying this equation. So this will become P square Q. This term will be Q square P. Dz term I am putting as it is. And dx and dy, I am multiplying this minus sign inside the bracket. So dx upon 1 minus zq and dy upon 1 minus zp. Now from here I will choose the simplest term for which integral will be easier for me. First two terms we can see it is the easiest one to integrate. So I am taking the first two equations. dp upon p square q equal to dq upon q square p. Both the sides pp can get cancelled and also qq will get cancelled. So I am left with dp upon p equal to dq upon q. Now we can easily integrate this equation. Integration of 1 upon p will be log p. Integration of 1 upon q will be log q, taking some constant log a. Now again, by simple logarithm equation, we know that log a plus log b equal to log ab. So I am getting log p equal to log qa. Removing logarithm both the sides, I get b equal to qa. I name this as equation 2. Now I will put this value of p in the given equation. So I get z qaq minus qa equal to q. From here I will find the value of q. I am taking q as common. So I am left with q into z minus aq minus a minus 1 equal to 0. Now this q will go to the denominator of 0. So leftover equation will be zaq minus a minus 1 equal to 0. I'll find the value of q taking these two terms to the other side of the equation, and aq will go to the az will go to the denominator. So q will be equal to a plus 1 upon az. Now this term I will put in equation 2, that is p equal to aq. I am putting the value of q over here. Now this a will get cancelled, so p equal to a plus 1 upon z. Now I am here with the values of p and q. I will substitute these values in dz equal to p dx plus q dy. So I am putting the value of p here and I am putting the value of q here. Now here both the side denominator is z. I will take it to the other side by cross multiplication. So this will become z dz equal to a plus 1 dx plus a plus 1 by a dy. Now it is easy for us to integrate. Integration of z will be z square by 2. A plus 1 is constant. So integration will be a plus 1x, and similarly for the y term I am getting a plus 1 upon ay, taking some constant as b, which is the required complete integral for the given differential equation. Here a and b are arbitrary constant, and we can see that our equation is independent of p and q. There are no terms of p and q. Now let us move towards the next example. Our given question is p square plus q square y equal to qz. First, as we have done in previous examples, we will name this as f of x, y, z, p, q equal to, we will take in either side p square plus q square y minus qz equal to 0 and name it as equation 1. First, we need to find the derivative with respect to x, y, z, p and q. So there are no terms of x here, so fx will be equal to 0. Now I will differentiate this with respect to y. So differentiation of y is 1. So fy equal to p square plus q square, and rest of the terms will be equal to 0. Now I will find f of z. Here in first term there are no terms of z, so first portion will be 0, and for minus qz, fz will be equal to minus q. Similarly, fp will be p square, differentiation of p square will be 2p and y is constant, and differentiation of with respect to q will be 2qy minus z. Now we know that Charpit auxiliary equations are dp upon fx plus pfz, dq upon fy plus qfz, and so on up to dy upon minus fq. Now we'll put all these values over here. So on substituting all the values, I get dp upon minus pq, dq upon p square plus q square minus q square, dz upon, I have substituted and simplified after putting the value of fp and fq, dx upon minus 2py and dy upon z minus 2qy. Okay, now from these equations we will see which one is easier for us to simplify and integrate it. See, if I take dp and dq, see in dq we can see that q square will get cancelled, so it will be only dq upon p square. So we can easily compare dp and dq and we can integrate it. Okay, so we are taking first and second equations. So in dq the other terms are getting cancelled, q terms are getting cancelled, so I will only get dp upon minus pq and dq upon p square. Here again p will get cancelled from both the side, so remaining terms are dp upon minus q and dq upon p. Now by cross multiplication we get p dp plus q dq equal to 0. Now we can easily integrate this equation. So on integrating I get p square by 2 plus q square by 2 equal to a square. Now this 2 will go to the other side, so anyway it will be constant, so I will keep a square as it is and I name this as equation 2. Now from equation 1 and equation 2 I will put this value of p square plus q square in equation 1. So I get a square y minus qz equal to 0. So a square y will be equal to qz, which implies q equal to a square y upon z. Now I will put this value of q in equation 2. On putting the value of q in equation 2, I get p square plus a square y by z whole square equal to a square. Now I need the value of p, so I will take this term to the other side of the equation. So I get p square equal to a square minus, I will square this term, a square minus a raised to 4 up into y square upon z square. So p will be equal to under root of a square minus the whole term. Now a square can be taken common, and from denominator we can first take LCM over here, and I will take a square upon z common. So inside the square root I will get z square minus a square y square. I name this as equation 3. Now I'll put the values of p and q in the equation. Dz equal to p dx plus q dy. I have substituted the values of p and q over here, and see, next step I am simplifying it a bit more. I am taking this z to the other side over here. So I get z dz equal to a into under root of z square minus a square y square dx plus a square y dy. Now I will take this dy term to the other side. So I get z dz minus a square y dy equal to this term. And I will take this whole term to the denominator. So I get z dz minus a square y dy upon under root of z square minus a square y square equal to a dx. Now we will integrate this equation. So on integrating this whole term, I get under root of z square minus a square y square equal to integration of a will be ax and rest of the terms will be b. So this again can be written as, I am taking the square both the side. So I get z square minus a square y square equal to ax plus b the whole square. So this is the final required solution using Charpit method of the given differential equation. So you must be clear with the topic Charpit method. Thank you.